Hello everyone. Welcome to Programming in C for Beginners. I'm Amit Kumar and this is the 21st tutorial, Program with Output Function. In our previous tutorial, we have seen and we have discussed about output function and format specifier, and today we are going to use that knowledge to create few programs. So let's begin. Today we are going to create two programs and I'm going to discuss about the logic first and then I'm going to create that program in front of you. So the first program is to show the sum of two numbers. Definitely it's a very easy program, but for few of you who are very new to programming, this is going to be a very interesting program for you. So now let's first discuss the logic for creating this program. So these steps have to be followed if you want to create any such program. So definitely we will start the program with the main. To accept two numbers, first of all, we have to declare two variables, and till now we don't know how to accept value from the user. So what we are going to do is we are going to assign two values to them by ourselves, and then we will add those values with the help of a plus operator or an arithmetic operator for addition. And then we will store the result with help of assignment operator, or also known as equals to symbol. And then we will show the result finally with the help of a printf. And finally we will stop the program, but of course. So these are the steps that are to be followed to show the sum of two numbers. So without wasting any time further, let's see the program for the same. So here in Visual Studio, I'm going to create a new program, and this program name is actually sum of two.c, and here's the file. Now I will definitely include the stdio.h. Okay, and here I will create the main. So here's the program is started now. Now I have to accept two numbers, so I will create two variables for them as num1 and num2. And you know what? I also need to store the sum, so I will create one more variable known as sum. So here I have declared three variables of integer type which I am going to use in this program. Now I am assigning values to two of the variables as 10 and 20. Num2 is equals to 20, definitely. And now I'm going to add these values and store the result in a variable. So I have already created the variable sum. So sum is equals to, and I'm going to add the first two numbers. So num1 and num2. And finally, I want to show the result. So for that, I can use printf. First of all, I will show a message like sum is equals to, and then I will show the value of some variable. So for that, I will use %d because some variable is integer. And then separated by a comma, I will specify the name of the variable. So let me run this, and here's your output. You can see sum is equals to 30. Now this will be more meaningful if instead of printing sum is equals to 30, we should print 10 plus 20 is equals to 30. So for that I am doing it %d plus %d is equals to %d. Now clearly plus and equals to symbol will be printed as it is. And in place of this %d or in place of this format specifier, we are going to print values of different variables. So the order should be same. So the first %d will be for num1, the second one will be for num2, and the third one will be for sum. I'm saving this file and running it again. And now clearly you can see the output is 10 plus 20 equals to 30. Now let's see the second program which we need to do today. Now the second program is to show the average of three numbers. Okay. Now the steps to follow: start the program, accept three numbers, add them and store result, divide the sum by 3 and store result, and show the result. And here we are going to show the final result, which is nothing but the average. You got this? So first of all, we have to accept three numbers. So we will declare three variables, and definitely we will assign values to them. We will add them and we will store the sum of these three numbers in a variable, and then we will divide that variable by 3 and store the result, which is nothing but the average, and that average will be shown finally. So let's create this program as well. So in this section, I am creating one more program, one more file, and name of this file will be average of 3.c. Now here's the file. Few things I will copy from the previous program itself. So let me copy these things and let me paste it here. Now instead of two numbers, we need three numbers. So I am creating one more variable. Here I need to show the average as well. Now instead of creating these two variables, we can directly go with the average. Okay, it will definitely save some memory space, but I am keeping it simple, and that's why I created 5 variables here. Now let me provide the third num3 some value, like I am providing 30 right now. And I will store the sum of these three numbers in sum. So num1 plus num2 plus num3. You got that? And then I am calculating the average. So average is equals to sum divided by 3. Now I am going to show the average of three numbers, right? So let me change the output over here. So average of 3. So those three numbers I will specify in this pair of parentheses. So %d, %d, %d is equals to %d. Now we will specify four variables. The first three variable will be the first three numbers, right? So num3, and the last variable will be the average. So avg. Let's clear the console and then run this program. And here you can see the output. The average of 10, 20, 30 is equals to 20. And you can simply add them up. That will give you result 60. And when you will divide 60 by 3, that will give you result 20. Now I want to show you one interesting thing over here. Let me give the value as 10, 20 and 40. So that will result into 70. And 70 divided by 3 is not an integer, right? So that's why I am showing you this. Now when we will run this, it will show us the output as 23. But if you will multiply 23 by 3, that is equals to 69, and it's not 70, right? So clearly there is some issue. It's not showing us the exact output, and what is the reason is something that we will discuss with the typecasting itself. So just wait for a few more tutorials and you will understand this thing. Now that marks the end of this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we are going to understand about input function, and then we would be able to accept values from the user, and we have to make a small settings in the Visual Studio Code interface, in the Visual Studio Code IDE. So that is also something that we will discuss in the next tutorial. So that marks the end of this tutorial. Hope to meet you in the next tutorial. Till then, thank you and happy programming.